Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me today for our talk on today's topic is food and chakras. And we are going to discuss in the School of Timeless Wisdom how to utilize our food to better enhance our energy, our life, and to balance our chakras. For those of you who have just joined me or are watching me for the first time, my name is Omnia Amin, and I'd like to start by a disclaimer. What I'm saying here today does not mean that you abandon your medicines, but this is kind of like it goes hand in hand and it's wonderful. It enhances what you need in life. So it's better to balance yourself from the start rather than starting to seek balancing your life after you are not feeling well or you are in discomfort. So I just want to start by saying something very simple. People sometimes just take their food for granted, but I'd like to remind you with the very kind of like important saying, and I love it: we are what we eat. It's as simple as that. We are what we eat. Now, today's talk, those of you who are junkies will not like it. And when I'm speaking about how to better our lives, it's more about choosing organic things in their natural form. They do not come out of a tin, no canned food. And if it's preserved, I'm not against preserved food, but it's like salted or pickled, yes, in the good old way, my granny's way. So here, you always hear that food gives you energy. And this is true. Food gives you energy for one simple reason: it is connected to color. So every color has its own vibration. And if you go back to my talk on chakras and aromatherapy, I have given you what the vibrations for every color is. And very briefly, I mean, the highest vibration is at the crown chakra. And when I say the lowest vibration, it doesn't mean that it's poor or low at the root chakra. No, every color has its vibration because every color has its healing property. All right. So having said this, red is the lowest frequency, the crown chakra is the highest frequency. And that's why people who have their crown chakra open and in balance are very active people. Today, I want to briefly, or kind of like not spend a lot of time speaking about chakras, but about how to nourish them. And please watch my other videos for more information. Now, here, when we say food, what do we mean by food? It's not just food, is not just what I put in my mouth. Food is actually what I ingest with my 5 senses. So this is very important to realize. Yes, it is what I put in my mouth, and it is what I see with my eyes, because the eyes, the way to nourish the eyes is through color and what you feed your eyes with. So if you're automatically feeding your eyes with violent scenes, horrible news, watching very extremely distressing things, you will have problems with your eyesight, your vision, your third eye, and you will be out of balance. So this is how the eye eats. The eye eats through registering color, and also the ear. What goes, the sound is part of what you ingest into your body. If you ask me, the thing that you can harm your body quickest with is what you hear. One word can poison your system. And if you're automatically or all the time listening to negative words, if you are listening to disruptive music, it will aggravate you, because it sound actually kind of like very quickly enters the system and starts formatting your wavelength, and disturbing you. What people do not realize is that our largest organ, the largest organ in the body is our skin. They take the skin for granted, just don't consider it even as an organ. And the skin absorbs anything and everything that you put on it. So please, when I'm speaking today about nourishment, and I'm going to concentrate on food, don't forget the other items. Having said this, so let's start with how to nourish chakra by chakra. And I'll start with the root chakra. Now, when I say the root chakra, of course, the root chakra is at the base of the spine, and it is the chakra that grounds us to and links us to Mother Earth. So here, I will not really go into how to know if your root chakra needs healing or not. Go and listen to my other videos, but very, very briefly, if you feel you're not grounded, if you feel you're out of touch with reality, if you feel insecure, if you feel that no matter how much money you make, you can't get enough, and things are not going your way, if you live or you always hear about wars, natural catastrophes, something is wrong with your root chakra and you're not really connecting to Mother Earth. Now, what makes us earthlings is our root chakra, because root is red, the root chakra is red, and it's the color of blood. If you live on another planet, your blood might be blue, any other color, but it's the red color that really makes us who we are. And they say the root chakra is self-preservation, fight, flight, and it's this gut instinct to take care of yourself. So when we say root chakra and it is red, I know that a lot of you will say, oh, what I'm going to say now doesn't resonate with being spiritual. And that's not true. The most important food for the root chakra that the majority of the people do not speak about is red meat. Go up, go down, go right, go left, go center. Red meat is vital for anchoring you. And I'm not saying eat red meat in every meal if you have problems with your root chakra, but red meat, especially lamb, is very important to ground you. Now, if you're going to eat meat every day, I would say no, because after 40 days, you need to break this and you need to go into a diet that involves other things other than protein that's coming from meat. Otherwise, your heart becomes very hardened. So here, also, you need to realize that everything you eat, you ingest, has a soul of its own, which means a property that is not just physical. So when we're saying food for the chakras, it's a metaphysical level of healing the self. So I'm not speaking medical. It's, of course, alternate medicine, but I'm speaking about the unseen realm in you, that your foods also have an unseen realm in them, the spirit of the food, and it gives you that healing. Now, if you're not enamored by red meat, I would say please eat it at least once a month. That's the least. If not, I would say at least once a week, to root yourself or to ground yourself to Mother Earth. The most important thing in meat is the fat. Everyone will scream cholesterol. No. The fat is pure, the fat in the lamb is pure vitamin E. If you don't like to eat the fat with the meat, then go for ghee. Yes, it sounds very strange, but go for ghee. Ghee heals the body, heals your cells, like so quickly you will not be able, or you will not believe yourself, because it's pure vitamin E. Every time I scratch myself or I have something that I would like to heal quickly, or I was in surgery, I automatically put ghee on my hand. And here when I say ghee, it has to be organic, and it's come from an animal that has been organically fed and is out in nature. It has not been like, for example, chicken. If it's not free range, I don't eat it. So here, make sure that the source of your food is natural and organic. Other than lamb, if you're going for meat, please go for also products that are very healthy, like organically fed or grass-fed meat. So here, if you have access to buffalo products more than cow products, go for them. And other than this, the root chakra is very important to be fed by red things. Now here, energy in food is connected to its color. Energy in food is connected to its color. This is what makes it heal the chakra, the color. So for example, if you want to eat fruit, go for pomegranates. They are number one. They are wonderful. They are a booster. They are amazing. And go for things like red apples. Remember that saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Now, if I have to choose a fruit that targets everything, I would choose apples because they come in all colors. You get red apple, you get green apples, you get yellow apples, you get peachy looking apples, you know, and it means apples can take you up to the heart chakra. They will feed the various colors, and the apples will feed the first 4 chakras with their color only. Okay. A wonderful thing for the root chakra are beets and beetroots. Beetroot is amazing. It's very good, and it's also good for the blood. Also tomatoes, red peppers, and root vegetables, because this is the root chakra. So target root vegetables. You'll have some of the richest root vegetables are found in many things. And like yams are very, very rich, and so on and so forth. So you can't go wrong by thinking of, okay, the color red, anything red, and root. The root veggies are very, very healthy. Now, let's move on to the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is your second chakra. It's found below the belly button. And the sacral chakra is all about emotions. So here, emotions are connected to water, tears. If you have lots of tears, it means that you need to emotionally kind of like emotionally ground yourself, emotionally take care of your root chakra. And I would say that pardon me, your sacral chakra. Now, because it's the seat of your emotions, the sacral chakra is very important. And the sacral chakra's color is orange. So the minute I say orange, the fruit, oranges pop up. Oranges, tangerines, mangoes, carrots are amazing, squash, pumpkin are very, very healthy and very, very good for the sacral chakra. Now, the sacral chakra, if you feel that you have problems with, because the sacral chakra is the seat of the emotions, and it's connected with fertility. And it's also connected with creativity. So if you feel creatively you're not expressing yourself, because this is where the womb is. And for men and women, it's the place for creativity. So here it means it is out of balance, and you really need to balance it out by eating more of the orange stuff like peaches, apricots, sweet potatoes. They really help with this area. And also foods that are very rich in omega-3, like salmon. It's good for you. to balance this chakra. So you need to also target herbs and spices, and I spoke in the aromatherapy tape about various herbs and spices that you can target for this chakra. You can also target for this chakra, use a lot of cinnamon. Cinnamon is very good. Drink it as a tea, add boiling water and drink it, or add it to your food, or on top of your desserts. It's excellent for you. It really helps, especially women. It helps them a great deal. Now, the other chakra, the third chakra, is the solar plexus. And the solar plexus, solar is coming from sun. Now, the solar plexus is yellow, and it targets yellow foods. So yellow foods are, the most nutrient are lentils, dal, yellow lentils, bananas, pineapples, yellow peppers, lemons. You'll find a big range of foods to eat in this category. And by the way, when I say this, either eat the fruit in its raw form, or you can juice it and enjoy it. Now, also among the others is corn, but I'm careful with corn these days, because if it's genetically modified, it's best to forget it. So anything that is GMO, just target non-GMO products, organic, healthy, grow them if you can, grow them at home. And here in the root chakra, a lot of people recommend that you also ingest beans, spelt, brown rice. So you go for what usually the soul knows what it lacks. Like when I have fruit, in a bowl of fruit, of mixed fruit, my eyes usually pick a specific color, and it's your guide. Your eyes are your guide to the thing that you're lacking. Just go for that. Or, you know, it's exactly like waking up in the morning and looking at your wardrobe and saying, really want to wear this dress. Red is calling out to me. If red is calling out to you, it means your root chakra needs it. It means go and eat also the foods to supplement this as well, right? Now, we are moving up now, and our fourth chakra is the heart chakra. It's the most important chakra. It's the chakra of love, and it's the chakra that gives us compassion. It's the chakra for relationships. If you're not in sync with the people around you, if you have heartaches, if you feel heavy here, it means your heart chakra is in need of boosting. And the heart is green. Nature is green. So nature is the heart of life. If you just go out in nature, you're nourishing your heart and you're nourishing yourself. And because the heart chakra is green, go for leafy greens. Why? Because they're full of oxygen and they are full of antioxidants. High on the list would be kale. If you can get hold of kale in all its forms, it's an amazing antioxidant. And I like purslane in my salad. So purslane is a biggie, but make sure to wash it well because it has a lot of dirt and sand. So I just soak it a bit. Green apples, kiwi. You can't go wrong because there are lots of green stuff. Big one, spinach. Also go for things like parsley, coriander, dill, all of these wonderful greens. It's all around. It's all around the place, and you can always find a green vegetable to eat the year round. Now, as I said, the one thing that can harden your heart if you're going to eat meat every day. Red meat, I'm speaking red meat. It will harden your heart. Please always give yourself a break, especially if you've did not stop eating meat for something like 40 days in a row. So going up from the heart, it would be the throat chakra, and the throat chakra is all about speaking your truth, or saying your opinion, or making the whole world hear you. If you're not saying what you want to say, or if what you're saying is against what you feel inside, you have a problem with your thyroid, or you have a problem with your throat chakra, because this is the seat of your truth. Speak your truth. So it shows that your inner and outer are in sync, and it's self-expression. It's a very important chakra, and the color of this chakra is blue, or light blue. And this chakra is also a booster for your immunity. It's very important. And for digestion, because here your thyroid, if you're lacking in iodine, it means you have an imbalance. And for the throat chakra, I usually go for things like, the most important would be blueberries. Blueberries are amazing. And blueberries also are good for your eyes, not just for your throat chakra. They boost your eyes, your eyesight, pardon me. And go for blackberries, go for berries in general, go for blue-green algae. I take a lot of spirulina. I also like to add a very important thing to ingest on a daily basis. Please, if you can get hold of it, it is good for the whole body, and it is good for the heart chakra. It is good for your immunity. Moringa. Moringa, anything from the moringa tree, from its leaves, especially the flowers. The flowers are amazing. They smell good and they are wonderful. I just eat them, which brings me to something that I want to add in the end. It is very important, and people do not really realize this. They concentrate on protein, on meat, on vegetable, on fruit, but they forget to add flowers to their food. Flowers are amazing, very high energy. So the moringa flower is a must. When we were young, I remember my mother used to just go and buy these organic roses, red roses, and make jam. Red rose jam. Now, I spoke last time in the aromatherapy chakras and aromas that roses have the highest frequency ever. It is a gift from the gods. I truly believe that flowers are the food of the soul. So add flowers. Now, roses are wonderful because you can find them in a lot of colors. So it means it's lots of chakras, from white to pale yellow to peachy to pink. The color for the heart chakra also is pink. Pink works for the heart chakra. That's why rose quartz, you know, in the video about gemstones, we use rose quartz for the heart chakra. So pink, they come in lots of colors. I mean, they've already healed a lot of your colors, and they, from the root to the crown, amazing. Now, it's not just roses. You can add sunflowers. You can eat sunflowers, you know, for your solar plexus. Just add the yellow flowers, because solar plexus is basically the chakra that is about your power. So if you really need to kind of like be more empowered, and you need this bit of boosting to have more energy, just target yellow. And flowers come in all colors, like they are even in violet, so they go for the crown. You find blue flowers, bluebells. Just add all these flowers to your salad, garnish with food, or make a tea out of them. These days, it is so easy to get or find all these flowers available as in tea. Please avoid tea bags. Kindly avoid tea bags because they have preservatives and stuff. Just get the loose tea and make yourself brew a nice cup of herbal tea with these flowers. So that's here, heart chakra, throat. I think I haven't covered, yeah. The throat is baby blue, as I said, or blue. Now, what is also very good for the throat are nuts, especially Brazilian nuts. Because they are very high in selenium, so you need it for your thyroid. It is excellent. A lot of people go for blue corn. So we said yellow corn, now blue corn, and you can get also corn in many different colors, but I'm very careful with corn if it's GMO. I'm someone who's allergic to corn. I never used to be allergic to corn as a child when it was grown like in a natural environment and not modified. I was able to eat it, but now I'm not. Now let's move up to the third eye chakra. And the third eye chakra, it is dark blue or indigo. And now the third eye is very important, and it's all about clarity. You know, if you feel, I can't really make up my mind, I'm not so clear on this subject, I'm not clear about things, I can't really visualize, I can't sit down and concentrate, I've got brain fog, that word is important. It means something is not in balance with your third eye chakra. And the third eye chakra, you can find a lot of things that target that indigo. My favorite, my top of the list are eating figs, not the green figs, the figs that are indigo blue. And the way to eat figs, there is a trick. Try and get them like fresh. If you cannot get them fresh and you can only find them dry, as in some countries, leave them in water overnight. And I usually chuck that water away because it's full of sugar. But if you don't mind the sugar, if it's added sugar, I don't drink the water, I just chuck it away. Some people just drink the water if it's in some sort of natural form. It's entirely up to you. And I eat it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. It is a miracle if ingested this way, first thing in the morning, because it will give you everything. It will just boost you. It will change everything and it will clean your intestines. It's amazing. And of course, drink water with it. So blue figs. I would also go for grapes. You know, you get these dark, almost reddish dark grapes. Grapes in general are very good for the third eye. Now remember, third eye. Grapes are exactly like an eye. I will devote maybe one of the talks to the shape and chakras, how to understand the shape of things and how they relate to our chakras. That's another kind of like talk I can't go in today. But yes, target grapes. Grapes are wonderful. Now, if you're suffering from memory, you know, like you can't concentrate, your memory is not that good, sultanas and raisins are key to improving your memory. And I would also say eat lots of walnuts. Walnuts work for the third eye and for the crown chakra, because walnuts, if you look at a walnut, it's exactly like the brain. That's why I will speak about the shape and its meaning. but in a different time. So some people say they like to have eggs for the third eye because an egg looks like an eye, and others say no, eggs are good for the solar plexus. Whatever it is, eggs are healthy, but make sure they come from free range organic chicken, a happy chicken. Otherwise you don't need it. And there are lots of things that you can eat for this chakra, like plums. Plums are a biggie. Plums, they are also the color of the third eye, and they are full of nutrients. A lot of people say eggplant for this chakra. Now here I need to pause a little bit and say I have my question mark on eggplants, not because they're bad. I know they are yummy, but if you have tumors, benign tumors, fibroids, anything that grows under the skin, or health issues, or you feel your body is full of humidity, careful with eggplants because they can aggravate your condition. Eggplants and they really will aggravate the condition. And what you need to do with eggplants here is that before eating them, make sure you cut them, sprinkle salt, and leave them in to, you know, that water that comes out of the eggplant. This is the problem. It causes a lot of diseases. So let that water drain out, and make sure you dry the eggplants and then cook them. Okay, so drain that water out of your eggplants before eating them. That's the healthiest way for eggplants. Now we've reached the crown of all the chakras, the crown chakra itself. And the crown chakra is basically all about pulling in energy for the body and pulling energy up from your root chakra up. That down to up is basically the Kundalini energy up, and it also draws in sunlight and nourishes the whole body. So the crown is very important. The best food for the crown chakra is fasting. Fasting, no food. So if you feel that you're lost, things are really out of balance, you're not grounded, you're airy-fairy, you don't belong at all, there is no belonging, you don't even feel that you belong to planet Earth, you have a problem. So you need to kind of like balance out your crown chakra. And the way to do it is by fasting. Fasting is very healthy for you and for the body. Fasting and breathing properly, because they work together. Now, there are some types of food for the crown chakra, and I would basically say the best would be in ingesting things that are very rich in chromium, for example, or foods that boost the pituitary gland, foods that boost the hypothalamus, things that boost things in your head, you know, and go for chromium rich foods like garlic is excellent, like broccoli. For the pituitary, go for kale, for leafy greens, for moringa again, and stuff like this. But the best for the crown is really to abstain from food. Now, I've covered kind of like food linked to the color of the chakra very quickly, but I have not spoken about the most important elements, because I said we also ingest food from the outside. So the most important food for every cell, for your body, from your crown to the tips of your toes, is the sun. You need to spend time out under direct, natural, happy, healthy sunlight. The best times to expose yourself, because I went through a previous video about every few hours of the day, as the day advances, the light coming from the universal light is different, and it balances your chakras. So if you can go out at different times of the day, it would be wonderful. But the highest energy is from dawn time to sunrise. It is key, universal, chi, healthy, healing energy. You'll tell me, where is the sun here? You're getting a lot of nutrients just by being out during that time. And sunrise. During sunrise onwards, an hour after sunrise. Wow, that's all your body needs. And if you cannot do this, it's too early for you, all right, just please expose yourself to the sun. So sun, it's for the body, it's vitamin D. And the majority of the people are actually deficient in vitamin D. The other thing is for food and general well-being, the quality of the oxygen, and breathing is another thing. Because through breathing, some people do not take food. They call themselves, they say they don't need food because they breathe properly. They're, what's the word? Breatharians or something like that. I've forgotten the term for some reason. And they breathe in a special way to kind of like oxygenate the body, and they no longer need food, believe it or not. Breatharian, is it? I think so. So on the whole, the quality of the oxygen is very important, and make sure that you breathe properly, and you breathe from the fullness of your lungs, down from the root chakra up. So just, if you forget, take a few moments, like 3-4 minutes a day. That's all you need, and breathe properly. Just make sure that your lungs are at full capacity, and you're drawing air in and out from your root, the base of your spine, all the way up. You really need this. So the quality of the air. The most important thing ever is your water. Your body is mainly composed of water, and you need alkaline water, BPA free. Anything in a plastic bottle is harming you. It's whatever you do, whatever you eat organic, if you keep on ingesting BPA into your body through the bottles, you're not doing yourself a favor at all. So BPA free. If you are drinking tap water, make sure that you add the filters, you know, those 3 filters, reverse osmosis, it's excellent. If you can afford a bit more, go and buy machines. There are a lot of machines there. I know they are expensive, like the Kangen machine, for example, that alkalines your water. So alkaline water, please, is key to your health, alkaline, and target alkaline foods. Now, having spoken about water, what you do to enhance and boost yourself, if you are out with one thing from this video, it would be your salt. please, please take salt. Salt is not your enemy. If you're going to buy the table salt that is 1/3 salt, 1/3 glass, 1/3 sand, don't take salt. You're better off without it. But go and buy Himalayan salt, rock salt, coarse sea salt that has not been bleached, good salt. Spend a little bit on the salt. Why? Every cell in your body has electricity. This is what gives it power. If you want the cell to die and you grow old, it means that the electricity in it has been out. It's flat. It's not getting electricity. The one thing that gives you this electricity in the body is your salt. So what I do, I get a gallon of water, a gallon of water and a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, and I add it to this gallon and I drink this water. So I've boosted my cells. That's all you need to do. If for any reason you cannot get alkaline water, all you need to do is the water that you have got, whatever form it is, put it in, make sure that it's not in plastic, but it is in glass bottles or wooden or clay or whatever, anything except plastic, and throw 3, 4, 5 bowls of incense. You know the frankincense? The frankincense, the normal frankincense. Just throw some frankincense in this water. It will purify it for you and it will alkaline it. It will boost your energy, and it's very good for your adrenals. And if you are suffering from anything that has to do with the kidneys and adrenal glands or kidney stones, if you just keep drinking from this water, it will help you a great deal. So here I covered a lot of material, and I can go on and on and on about how to improve, because we are really living in an extremely toxic atmosphere. But by taking care that you are taking alkaline water, you are putting frankincense in it, or you're adding your teaspoon of Himalayan salt, you've done yourself a great deal. Go out in the sun and just eat organic. I've covered things very quickly, but what I wanted to say is presentation. When you're presenting the food, when you are eating the food, is very important. You've already started to eat, because the color in the food is what is healing you. Every color has a different wavelength, and this wavelength targets a specific chakra, and that's how you start eating, with your eyes. You start eating with the eyes. And please, before eating, bless your food. Bless your food. Bless your food and drink. Just say a prayer or bless your food and drink before you start, because it organizes the quality of the colors, of the vibrations in your food. It doesn't mean you have to be religious or you say specific whatever, but you can just say, oh, I bless this food with love, with light, with joy, with happiness. I bless this love with abundance. Bless it with the things that you want to draw and you want to be have in your life. If I have quarreled or something negative has happened over the food around me, I do not eat it. And the only way to balance it again is by blessing it. So make sure you bless your food and drink. Having said this, there are lots of other areas that I have not spoken about, like fermented foods that are extremely healthy for the body and fermented drinks, but I will leave this to another time because I think I have exceeded my time. So I wish that each and every one of you has found something in this video. And I hope to see you again next Monday. Thank you from the School of Timeless Wisdom. And please feel free to write to me. My name is Omnia Amin. Either write a comment and I get back to you, or contact me in person. Thank you.